Before going out into the field, it's important to get to know each component of the Shroud setup on its own. While all of them are relatively easy to use, it is good to have an understanding of each one, what role it plays, and how to configure prior to going to the field. Before doing anything in the field with your Shroud, it is very critical to show that the lab provided leak-free sampling trains, cans, and connections. To do this, you will take your sample can, and after connecting your well, you will connect it to the flow controller. After doing this, you will monitor your gauge and make sure that over the course of 7 minutes, it does not drop. 2C. Your Shroud. Your Shroud is used to create a controlled ambient environment above your sample well. Every Shroud comes with a lid to be placed above the well, and then the ambient Shroud environment. With the hard body Shroud, there will always be a 3-way manifold with a Purge sample and off position, a helium port, which you will use to inject helium into the Shroud, and a Purge port. Additionally, there's a flow controller internally that connects to your sample can, and a gauge that measures the pull of the can on the system. When purging your system, the technique you use may depend on your well depth, diameter, and nature of the installation. You may use a syringe, you may use a purge can, and you may use a vacuum pump. In any case, there needs to be a vacuum on your system that does not open your sample line at any point. In our configuration, we often use a 6-liter purge can in tandem with a flow controller set to 50 mils per minute. There's a line that connects that to the out port of your real-time flow-through helium detector, and then another line that connects that to the in port of the Shroud. With every soil vapor sampling event, 2 detectors will be provided. Sometimes multiple sets if there are going to be 2 sampling crews in the field. With each set, there is an internal diffusive cell detector used for the inside of your Shroud to measure the ambient concentration, and a flow-through detector used in your purge pathway. We also provide a charger. Each detector has about 4 hours of battery life, so shut them off in between samples, as well as charge whenever you can. In conclusion, the requirement for soil vapor sampling using real-time monitoring is becoming more and more requested. The reason for this being that you are able to check for any sort of leak or breakthrough well before getting your sample results from the lab, maintaining a better project timeline and more integrity on the QA/QC while in the field. Soil projects, water projects, land transfer projects, and residential exchanges often require soil vapor in tandem with indoor air and ambient air. These needs can come quick and often are high profile. This is why it is very critical to educate both yourself and your sampling staff in how to sample soil vapor and the different approaches depending on your needs.